Hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest 8-second gaming, and Respawn announced the Spellbound Collection event patch notes. And in that we are seeing not a lot of changes to the weapons, but ones that are going to be shaking up the meta completely and making the Prowler the most overpowered gun in the game. Why, you may ask? Well, we're going to be talking about breaking it down, but with the new split right around the corner, you guys know that your ranks are going to be reset. And if you want to hit a new peak rank next split, then you need to check out the GameLeap website right now. Over there, we have hundreds of site exclusive guides made from players that have reached the top ranks in the game. No matter what you struggle with as a player, you will find a solution over there. So click the link in the description, pick yourself up a membership, and start to improve today. So what's going on with the Prowler? Why am I so excited for this? Why am I saying it's going to be the most overpowered gun in the game? Well, in these Spellbound patch notes, we aren't getting a lot of changes, like the G7 is getting a damage reduction, the Sentinel's only taking 1 shield cell now instead of 2 to energize, and the Prowler is going from 14 damage a bullet to 15 damage a bullet. Now I know some people might be sitting there going, wow, 1 damage, amazing. But it is, it's actually really freaking good. People don't understand how impactful 1 damage can be, especially on a gun like the Prowler. This happened a couple seasons ago where they added 1 damage to the alternator and it became an actual viable weapon instead of just being a meme that you used off drop. And currently in the game, the Prowler is super slept on. Not a lot of people understand how much power this weapon has. It does already have a really fast time to kill and it's only going to get faster. The Prowler is a 5-round burst gun. So with the 1 damage increase, you are doing 75 damage a burst. With that, you are 2 bursting white armor and 3 bursting potentially red armor. Just let that sink in for a second. 3 bursts to kill a red armor opponent. That's 15 bullets. And if you look at the magazine size for the Prowler with a purple magazine, that's 35 bullets. You can kill 2 red armor opponents in 1 magazine of a Prowler with these new damage changes. That is absolutely insane. And for those of you that don't know, the Prowler actually used to be one of the best guns in the meta. Way back in like season 7, season 8, sometime around then. It had the first fastest time to kill and the second fastest time to kill. Number 1 was the burst Prowler and number 2 was the select fire hop-up Prowler. And since then it has kind of fallen back a little bit. There have been some nerfs to it. The hop-up got taken out so less people wanted to use the Prowler, and right now there are some solid options with SMGs like the Volt and the car SMG. And now while the Volt is a very solid option, a lot of people like to pick it up because it's very stable, it's an energy gun, the bullets don't have a whole lot of drop, you can take it in a lot of different fights, it starts to lose effectiveness the closer you get to some people. Once you get inside a certain range, it gets outclassed by shotguns and the car SMG. And the car is another very good option that people are running right now because it's a very solid spray weapon. It's very versatile. You can run it as a heavy weapon or a light weapon, so it doesn't matter what kind of attachments you're finding. But the car is going into the crafter, and as we all know, if something's in the crafter, it really loses a whole lot of playtime. Most of the time, people aren't going to sit there and craft a gun when there are other solid options on floor loot, and if you just kind of look around a little bit, you can find one of those better options. So the car is going into crafter, and the Prowler is getting a damage increase, and it's going to overshine all of the other close range weapons. With the car going into the crafter and the damage increases on the Prowler, it's slowly creeping its way back up. And some people might be saying, yeah, but I'm not going to pick it over a Volt. And you might want to change your mind on that because the Prowler has something the Volt doesn't have: insanely overpowered hip firing. The Prowler isn't getting any changes to its hip fire, it's just getting a damage increase. But with the laser sights, the Prowler has the best hip fire in the game. Don't believe me? Look at this footage right here. This is with a purple laser sight. You can just absolutely spray down people with a Prowler without even looking down the sights. This is the Prowler at range hip firing. Imagine how deadly the hip fire is up close with those damage increases. Once you get a little bit of playtime on the Prowler, get used to the burst, and understand how good the hip fire is, you are 100% going to like it a lot more than the Volt, and you're going to be picking it up over that. You'll dominate in close range, you'll be good in medium range, and hey, you have a second weapon. If you have a really good solid up close weapon like the Prowler, then you have a lot more flexibility on your other gun. You can run an assault rifle so you're good in medium and long ranges, but you could also just run a sniper rifle so you're solid in the long ranges and you're good in medium and great in close range. Now I know some people might be wondering, well, what about shotguns? The Eve 8 has a really fast time to kill, it's very solid in up close personal fights, and the Mastiff also hits really hard. You can do a massive amount of chunk damage with it. And those are both very good points, but I do think that the Prowler is actually going to be outclassing those two shotguns. I think we're actually going to be seeing the end of the shotgun meta. The Eva has a lot of really hard damage fall off, so if you're not right next to the person, you're not going to be doing as much damage as you could be. And with the Prowler not suffering as much as you get further away from somebody, it's definitely going to be outclassing the Eva in those fights. Now when it comes to the Mastiff really just wants to be a peekaboo battle. You want to pop out, hit somebody for a bunch of damage, get back behind cover, wait for it to reset, and then go back out again. But with the Prowler, you can force their hand. You can go right next to them. You can run up in their face and force them to actually just fight you straight up. And the Prowler's going to have a faster time to kill than the Mastiff in that situation. So the Prowler's going to be outclassing these shotguns as well. You guys are definitely going to want to start paying attention to the Prowler a lot more in the meta because it's definitely going to be dominating. Let me know what you guys think about the Prowler in the comments down below. Would love to hear some opinions. And if you guys want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys all for watching. Once again, I'm 8 Second Gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one.